Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Late Night Baltimore. Hope you're all having a good day here on Tuesday, August 19th. We're live here. It's 79 degrees outside, Fahrenheit, cloudy. Well, the main thing I want to discuss here in this podcast is Immigration Control Agency. Is that what they are? ICE. They're going around. They continue to go around. I mean, they're immigration and customs enforcement. Well, they're going around taking people off the streets, disappearing people, as they want to say, throwing them in the back of trucks, cars, taking them off. Nobody knows where. Just disappearing them, as they like to say. This is really against everything the United States is supposed to stand for. Or maybe it isn't anymore. But I tell you one thing, driving citizens off the street because they don't have the proper papers is pretty sick. That is some sick shit. It doesn't, the criminals, okay, do grab criminals, but taking people without due process and taking them to God knows where, nobody really ever says where they're all going. We think they're getting deported. What does that mean? They're taken down to the border and told to run away or something? I'm not really sure how the process works. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the nice wonderful. All right, here's some. Here, let's go. This is a hoagie. Look at this.
Give up right now. Go find one of the many other jobs in the federal government. We do not want you here in this
This is
neighborhood.
a person yelling at ICE agents.
Yeah, I don't even get nowhere. I don't even go nowhere. I don't even go nowhere. You need to get out of my face.
Your neighborhood, you will think that you are bad people. You're not wanted here in this community. The work you're doing is wrong and
The
evil.
person yelling here is yelling at
Please leave
ICE
now.
agents. All right, that person, protesters were yelling at ICE agents. Let's see. Okay, here is the ICE raid on my LA Home Depot. This was 4 days ago.
Josh, good morning to you. That chain of events leading to a tragedy here. Still some unanswered questions. We're in the city of Monrovia. It's about 25 miles northeast of the metro LA area. And this Home Depot here behind me, the latest target of immigration enforcement. It was during an ICE operation here yesterday. Witnesses say a day laborer was seen running through the parking lot, right through Evergreen Avenue there and onto the freeway, the 210 freeway, where he was struck. Witnesses say that man was yelling for help at passing vehicles before he was hit. And we have video here capturing the shocking scene moments after it happened. Monrovia city officials confirm that man was hit on the 210 freeway as he was fleeing from an ICE operation here at the Home Depot just before 10 a.m. yesterday. Now, the California Highway Patrol says he was rushed to a hospital, but unfortunately didn't survive. Meanwhile, Homeland Security officials insist the man was not being chased, and they say they didn't know about his death until hours later after the operation wrapped up. But this tragedy sparking outrage and a demonstration here at the Home Depot with protesters calling that official account into question and calling for an end to these immigration raids, with some also.
Yep, they're right. Gotta stop this. Let's see. Another report here.
Broke my window and they dragged me out. And you guys are banging on my window and just surrounding my car. And they didn't care. They continued to bang. They ignored everything I said, and they broke my window and they dragged me out.
George Redis, a U.S. citizen and Army veteran, recalling the details of his arrest by ICE agents during a raid in Camarillo last month. The 25-year-old was jailed in downtown L.A. without access to a phone or legal counsel. L.A. Times reporter Jessica Garrison wrote that Redis plans on taking legal action over his detention. Jessica, thanks for being here. Tell us who George Redis is and how he ended up getting caught up in an ICE raid.
Absolutely. So George Redis is a 25-year-old. He's an Army vet. He served in Iraq. He's a father of two, and he grew up in Ventura. And he had a job when he got out of the Army working as a security guard at Glass House Farms, which is a big cannabis operation in Ventura County. And he was driving to work on July 10th. He wasn't really paying attention to the news. He was ready for his daughter's birthday party the next day, and he ran right into an ICE raid, and he was detained.
Well, not only detained, he was handled in a way that is sort of shocking, Jessica, in reading your story. Tell us what happened to him.
Well, he was pulled out of his car. He was pepper sprayed. The window of his car was broken. He was taken to the ground and he was arrested, even though he kept saying, "I'm an American citizen. I'm an American citizen."
Did they not one time say, well, show us your papers or show us your driver's license or ask for any verification? Or was it just all systems go, we're not going to pause until we get you in jail?
I don't know the exact details of everything that happened, but he was detained.
And what happened once he was taken into police custody there?
He was taken from Ventura County into downtown Los Angeles, where he was first in a cell with some other people. And then he was extremely distressed and someone decided to put him on suicide watch. And so then he was in another cell.
I was in a normal cell the very first night. And Friday morning is when I went on suicide watch, and I was in a cell. And I was on suicide watch from Friday morning to the point where I was released.
And meanwhile,
all right, that's wonderful stuff, huh? Let's see. Let's see this. Let's go and look at some more here.
Warrant and then smashed one of their truck windows.
You guys better call an ambulance. He hit his head really hard.
There will be no ambulance. Despite the injuries, the men are not getting any medical attention. Instead, they're going to be hauled off into an unmarked vehicle.
Shit, yo. want to see the warrant. I want to see the warrant.
That is Ricardo's brother, known as Chavez.
You know, oh my God! Well, I want to see the warrant. Come on. ¿Cómo se llama, hermano? ¿Cómo se llama?
A bystander filming asked for his name.
Chavez. Leonel Chavez. Yeah. Ricardo Chavez. I don't know what you're looking for. I want to see the. Oh my God, this guy's crazy. You better take him to a doctor right now. He damaged my truck too. He damaged my truck. You better take the other guy to a doctor right now. He hit his head on the ground.
Stay back. Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
Why is common?
Both of the Chavez brothers have paperwork in their homes proving they are legally entitled to be in the United States. They say family members are en route with their documents, but the ICE agents refuse to stop.
Take your mask off, man. Take your mask off.
Yeah, that's a good point. Take your mask off, you big babies. Yeah. Cowards. All right. That was there. Now let's get some more. Oh, this is a secular Democrat.
So all these people who are scared, all these people who try to get away, it makes perfect fucking sense. All right, watch this, guys.
Now to that story on the shooting involving immigration agents. Tonight, we're hearing from one of the people inside that vehicle when it happened.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions about what led up to this shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz is in San Bernardino with the latest.
Martin says he was working with his father-in-law and 18-year-old son-in-law this morning when their vehicle was suddenly surrounded by unmarked cars and masked men.
They hopped out with their pistols already drawn. Then they proceeded to ask us to lower the window and open the doors.
Martin stresses they asked, but masked agents did not identify themselves. They stay in the locked car as agents insist they come out. Moments later, they shatter 2 windows.
Hey, you can't do that! Once the glasses were shattered, my father-in-law feared for his life from his perspective. And so he I guess the car was already in drive, so he drove the vehicle away from where those agents were at.
3 gunshots can be heard.
Thank God the bullets didn't go through the truck. They just got stuck into the door. But they were aimed at my brother-in-law, who was in the passenger front.
All right. That's that's great. Why are they shooting? Nobody knows. They're shooting at a family. Wearing masks. And this is what's caught on some people's tapes. Imagine if you don't have this, if someone's not filming. Okay. This is an I don't even know what this is. An influencer. Watch this. This is an influencer. Illegal immigrant influencer. All right, yeah. That was an influencer. Let's see. All right, everybody. Here's one. This guy knows his rights. All right, watch this guy. He knows his rights.
In New Mexico, that is Robert Trudell. He is at a Border Patrol checkpoint on US 70 and knows his rights.
All right, watch this. This is a guy who knows
How's
his
it going?
rights.
How are you? Lower your window. Lower your window. Lower your window.
In New Mexico, that is Robert Trudell. He is at a Border Patrol checkpoint on US 70 and knows his rights.
Know what? Lower your window.
The agent escalates and blocks the vehicle.
Stop sticks. Lower your window. Why not? It's an immigration inspection.
Hello, everybody. David Schuster here. Unbeknownst to the immigration inspection agent, Robert Trudell is a citizen journalist. He records his interactions, including with law enforcement, and publishes the video on his YouTube channel.
It's an immigration inspection, sir. Lower your window.
Federal law grants Border Patrol agents the authority to question people about immigration status, but the law does not mandate lowering a window. And the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination still applies, meaning that all of us have a right to stay silent.
Beat the family curse of hair loss. Through him, you can break the cycle and get the thicker, fuller hair of your dreams.
And not answer questions.
No, just somebody else. Where's he from? Arizona.
In this case, with Trudell's car blocking an inspection lane, an agent moves a Border Patrol vehicle so other drivers behind Trudell can get past.
No. Hey, you're probably gonna have to do more than that. Sorry about that, man.
As the customs agent with the hat stands bewildered, a supervisor takes photographs of Trudell.
It could be as easy as that, but I don't know what. Talk to me. You need to talk to me, man.
As more vehicles pass by and are waved through, the questions keep coming.
Are you okay? Do I need to call an ambulance for you? Sir. Are you in some type of physical distress?
Hey, this guy. You don't want to play
You're
poker.
just doing this for fun?
A lot of trouble. Same cars around.
Yeah, no one agrees.
No one agrees.
It'll be so much easier if you talk to me, man. I know you can hear me.
this up because I don't know how long it goes. Yeah, it turns out I don't know.
How long are we gonna stay here, man?
Trudell doesn't respond. He just remains quiet and calm. The agents eventually realize that Trudell is filming them and that he's a constitutional auditor of sorts. The supervisor, through a license plate check and facial recognition data, gets Trudell's identity and confirmation that he is a U.S. citizen. The supervisor then instructs the agents to do a visual inspection from outside Trudell's car.
Looking good.
Then the agents pick up the stop sticks.
We found you on the system. You're a United States citizen. Have a good day, sir. Bye. Thank you. Move on.
Yeah, good one. Be safe on the road.
Trudell then drove away from the checkpoint without further incident. This entire interaction lasted about 10 minutes. While the immigration...
Oh, I like how they told him to have a good day. Yeah, that's great. Well, that guy knew what to do. All right, let's see if we can get some more of this kind of stuff. I know this is a lot of just showing and observing and not talking, but this is the only this is the way. This is the way. Here's some community pushes back, they say here. Same guy. All right, let's see this. All right, we're taking this other people's contents, I know, but give them credit. This is the Young Turks.
arresting immigrants. And now the debate has been joined by a high-profile conservative. On CNN, Bill Kristol was clear in his condemnation of ICE.
I mean, it's pathetic to pretend that, oh, we're so concerned about their safety, they have to wear masks. I grew up in New York City, 40,000 cops, extremely dangerous circumstances. None of them wear masks except in extremely rare occasions when they were going after some gang leader who might have relatives who go after them. If they didn't, ICE agents have functioned in this country, they didn't wear masks. They shouldn't wear masks. It's total nonsense. And it's for intimidation. It's not really for their protection. It's ridiculous.
Since President Trump took office again, there have been countless raids where agents with the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency wore masks or face coverings. Sometimes the agents have also worn military-style tactical gear while pointing weapons. Recently, heavily armed ICE agents stormed into an Italian restaurant in San Diego. Diners and many residents were infuriated. They yelled at the agents and filmed as the agents retreated on the street.
Back up! Yeah, back up! That's right! That's right! Back up! Back up! You guys are Nazis! Get the out of here! Cowards! Go! Yeah, get the out! Get the out! Cowards! 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 Nazi coward! That's right.
The restaurant owners closed their establishment for 2 days.
All right. Okay, that's all for that. That's heartwarming. So the community at large stood up for the people. If nobody else will. Restaurant people at the restaurant. So that's really cool. Well, that's what we got to do. Okay. Now, I think I had this. We had this before a couple of weeks ago, but it's gotten more important, just as important now. Know your rights. Y'all, everybody has rights in the United States. Okay. Everybody. Now, here we go. Let's look at this. All right. Know your rights. Identify your emergency contacts. Memorize their phone numbers. Give them to your child's school or daycare. Right. Put an authorization in writing from your emergency contact to make medical and legal decisions for your child. Tell your loved one if they're detained by ICE, they can try to use ICE's online detainee locator to find you. All right, stay calm. Don't run. Don't lie about your status. Ask if you're pulled over and stop, ask the officers from the police department or immigration. Immigration, a lot of ICE identifies themselves often as police, but they're not. If you're a U.S. citizen, show your passport or ID. If you're undocumented, you have a right to be silent, remain silent. Don't open that door if somebody knocks unless they have a warrant. ICE warrants are not signed by judges. They are ICE formed by ICE. Okay, so ICE warrant. Apparently, ICE people don't even have warrants. So don't let ICE into your home under any circumstances. All right, I'm going to try to follow this link. See if what it is, the link to the ICE locator. I think most people would be terrified of that. Let's check it. Okay. This is the ICE online detainer. Okay. Detainee locator. Okay. Look at this. From 1982 computers. Let's look at an AOL account over here too, I guess. Look at this thing. All right, then. We're still coming soon. Will be on a other side of the news. Other side of what's going on. Doing our sports. A big NFL previews coming up. I know that doesn't really go with what we're talking about here today. But remember, just because it's not happening to you doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you. And if it happens to your neighbors, it's happening to you. If it happens to United States citizens against everything we stood for, it's happening to you. So you got to go out and do what you can. I guess the most important thing you can do is keep your eyes open and be ready to video if you see some kind of ICE action going on. Also, go to this website. This is what I did. I took this page and copied it and put it around nearby where I live, so that people actually might not know what their rights are in these circumstances. All right, remember, this is the United States. We don't get asked for where the papers. Show us your papers. That was someone else at a different time. That's not us. All right. So keep being vigilant. Volunteer for it. There's organizations in Baltimore I know that are not only helping the targeted groups here, but are also just not only the legal part, but are helping with food and maintaining all the importance of things of life if family members are taken. Disappeared. That's what they call it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it on here. All right. Well, there's an immigration rescue committee in Baltimore. So that's one place. Not many people are coming to the United States now. They don't see it as a place for asylum, or they don't see it as a place to be a refugee. Okay, I'll learn more about those groups, and we'll talk more about it next episode. Till then, as always, F Maga. And that's what we say. So have a good night and F Maga.